Been asked to harvest my old polytunnel. All these cabbages. Very happy in here. The nettles have, that's for sure. Some of the nettles over there are probably 7 feet tall. These weeds are like land of the giants. Nettles 7 feet. Dot leaves at least 2 feet. Sticky weeds 2 feet. Mare's tail. It's up to my waist. Look at that. That's a dot. See its roots all the way down there. There's a dot leaf. It's humongous. It's like the land time forgot. My black sweet corn came, which is actually meant to be a deep red. So there's 6 in there, 9 in there, and then I've just broadcast some amaranth in there. I think it's amaranth. And then I'm going to do some cucumbers and maybe some fennel. Just got back from Northern Polytunnels to get some little blankets for the filter for the sprinklers, and found this cute little garden centre in the middle of nowhere. It's quite expensive though. Never seen that before. They are some smart birdhouses. Some extremely expensive birdhouses. That is so cool. Now this is a polytunnel. Wow. Kind of having to walk fast because it would take me a long time to see everything and show everything. They're weeds. They're pretty, violas. So I've got me a lupin, got me a sweet potato slip, got me another Scotch bonnet, got me a scarlet ripple tumbelina. I had to find somewhere to put them. Just go back to some of these roots. Whatever. There is a clematis there. They aren't fully established yet, so once that starts crawling up, I'll put either the lupin, I forget what the other one called, in there, and the sweet potatoes need going in a pot, and the Scotch bonnet is already in a pot. There we go. Dug a hole, made a hole in the cardboard, sat the lupin in, backfilled with compost. I'll just water it in, put some bone meal in already, fingers crossed. So put my scarlet ripple there in with the tulips, there's a gap there. Sweet potato's the only one left. Put the lupin onto the clematis, and the Scotch bonnet is already in the greenhouse in a pot. Well, I got some bone meal. Now I just need to find a nice big pot for the sweet potato. There's my sweet potato. There's my other potato, one of my other potatoes. There's my tomatoes. There's my Scotch bonnet. Beetroot. More beetroot. Carrots. First bed I did. Chilies. Onions. Marigolds. If you think it's warm today, try 35 degrees, 90 Fahrenheit, 35 Celsius. Sweatbox in here. I went to Northern Polytunnels. They gave me some what look like miniature butt plugs to blank off some of the sprinklers, so instead of having 6 I can run 3 or 4 down the middle, but they unfortunately don't fit. Too big I'm guessing, because they don't stay in. But they gave me them for free and they were quite helpful, so unfortunately they don't fit. But helpful people though. Repotted some of the mint. Again, some of them are alright, some are not so happy. That's going to flower soon. strawberries are repotted. One or two that have not satisfied. So the plan was to rehydrate this bed, but there's lots of rogue tomatoes coming out and an ant colony. I just lifted up one of the seedling trays in there and there must have been over 100 eggs. So they're getting washed out. So much for mint being a deterrent. I feel if mint's thirsty, it doesn't let off its smell as much, so they're right next to it and crawling all over it. So that is next plan of action. Rehydrate this bed, get rid of the ants, and not kill the random tomato plants that have self-germinated in here. Can't see them now, but there is quite a few. But now I'm sat here, peer pressure, never mind. Gonna try and weed this again. I've just took out the biggest poppy in here, so there's another one there. Thistle there needs to come out, and then more chickweed. And the nettles at the back there have already got me once. So yeah. Most of it done. Trying to dodge through the chickweed, the thistles. There's loads of tomatoes in here that have self-seeded on their own. Carrots don't like being disturbed, so you've got to try and weed round it without disturbing it. Of course, to get as close to the plant as they can. Last quarter, just dripping with sweat. It is hot in here. There's tomato there, there's tomato on the back of there, there's tomato there, there's tomato there, there's tomatoes there. There's one over there, one there, at least 10. One here. Oh yeah, sorry, here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll be quick because the phone is overeating because it's that hot in here. But weeded, tomatoes, carrots. I'm just giving it give it a good water. So I got home last night and Pat from down the street has kindly donated 9 tomato plants and a pot of asters. So I have just scrounged all the pots together and I'm going to repot them all. Same as usual, handful of bloodfish and bone meal, handful of eggshells, handful of potash. Mix it all together. Make a well. Put the tomato in, then backfill it. It's 4 done. Sweating and boiling and burning. That is the tomatoes in, watered in. Now I'm just going to get moved to the greenhouse, but I just need to put the tray in for the greenhouse and then I can also repotted in a station and then I can start them in. I forgot what they called, come out of breath. I'm just sorting out the greenhouse, well the left side, for them to go in. That gravel's going to go in the bottom. I pull this one out, some of the seedlings are down there that need to be rehomed and some of the ones that have failed. I need to pull this bench out, then I can put the trays on the bottom, put the tomatoes on the trays with some gravel. To what, mate? Temporarily plan B because I can't get the table out. So I'm just using the second greenhouse in the corner. These are all Jack stuff that he's got going in here. So what might be using a bit for now. There's some more of Michelangelo. So with this one, because it doesn't have very good drainage, I put first 2 inches of gravel and eggshell to that lip. Then I sprinkled on some bone meal on top. Then I'm going to fill it with that compost. Then I'm going to put the a still beater. No, I knew what they were and now I forgot now because I remember everything else, but never mind. 7 under there. There's at least 10 this. Asters, that's what they are. There's at least 10 of them. So 3 in there, 7 there. Some more pots to there. Sweating buckets. And good afternoon, YouTube. You join me on my plot on a glorious Tuesday afternoon. The last few days have been absolutely beautiful. My name's Michael, and I haven't introduced myself because I'm not really being on camera type of guy, but I thought I should do an introduction really so I can introduce myself to people better and join me on this allotment journey as such. I'll show you what we've got going on. If you go back on the videos you will see I've been busy, somewhat doing this, that and everything else. I was here all day yesterday potting on, so thought I'd go in my next video, if not this video. But let me just show you around. So this is where I was working yesterday, potting up some tomatoes and some asters. I got a loop in from the garden centre which is over there. Unfortunately the clematis is not looking happy. There's random pots everywhere of potatoes. All the back of there does eventually need tidying for weeding, but there's a pot of chives over there. Down there we do have some flowers, but that bed is also overrun with comfrey, so I need to sort that out really. So I don't mind it growing on the other side because the chickens can pick it, but it also takes over this side. Then we've got some of the asters I did yesterday. The shed is a bit of a tip at the minute because it's still got the old people's in it, and that's just a load of boxes I've got to do. I want to cardboard all the back of there and start afresh. So we've got, this is the young side of the chickens. These are only point of lay, so they're only just babies, while the other side are the adults with the cockerel. So these are kept in here safe out the way for now, because I don't want any babies right now with these babies. We've got two hybrid silky twins, two partridge twins, and a silver lace. They're obviously hiding in there all laying. I've got a strawberry tower for the sunflower. I will go in and out because at the minute it is hot in here. It's 1,000 degrees, it's not, but it's something from them. So we've got different types of beetroot and lavender down there. More beetroot down there, a tray that did unfortunately get hit by the sun. We've got a sweet potato slip there. Potato bed bucket there. These are the tomato seeds I've got off eBay, which are Sergeant Pepper heirloom tomatoes with some marigolds. So I need to weed out the chickweed again. These two beds I haven't really done anything to do because I haven't managed to hydrate them in time, apart from the beetroot at the end there. We've got some more beetroot here that again the chickweed needs weeding out. I did recently weed out the carrots. So not bad with a handful. And this is the first bed I did where I took half of it out, put some cardboard down. Onions in here, marigolds, chilies, more marigolds down there. They're all wilting because they need another drink even though they got water this morning. Mint, we've got fennel, looks like the fennel's gone to seed. There's again over there. I did put out pumpkin there, but the slugs have got it. Don't know what happened to the comfrey. In here is where the tomatoes I did yesterday. They're all Jack's seedlings that he needs to put out. Excuse me. Then in here I put a mixed variety of onions, but the potatoes have come out and the barnweed, so that's not done very well. Over there we've got shallots, red onions and beetroot. I've got some red sweet corn that I want to put in there. We've got some French beans to go in here. Parsnips over there. The giant rhubarb is in there and happy now. More red onions in here. These are sets, rest of seed. That's elephant garlic. In there we've got some onion from seed. More onion from seed. Tomatoes and marigolds and chilies. And then we've got, that's green gauge up there, gooseberries down here with the strawberries that needs doing as well. There's two more paths to do because as you see, go back in the videos, I dug that one up, freshly wood chipped it, weeded that one, and then same with that one, dug that one up, freshly wood chipped it. And up here is all the strawberries I rescued so far with some onions. Just station, some mint to give to the family, more potatoes. There's a bathtub over there that's got nothing but flowers in for the bees when they come out. And then some more spuds down here. And obviously my shed that needs sorting out, and solar panels in. But yeah, that was a quick introduction. And hopefully people do the whole like and subscribe and join me on my journey of ups and downs of what we can and can't grow. Actually a bit different, so that's why I've got red sweet corn and elephant garlic, just to be unique. But a lot of it I'm using the what the chickens soil, what they process. I throw them the weeds, they dig through it all, and then I dig up the soil. It's all rotted down. So let's see if it helps. Also in my shed there's 6 buckets that have got all the different NPKs in, so, and there's a comfy barrel there, so on days like this it can be a bit pongy. But other than that, this is me and this is my plot.